What is going on, you guys? So today in this video I'm going to show you how to lose body fat without losing muscle. Now that being said, this is not specific to cutting, and what I mean by that is this can also be used for a clean bulk, maintenance, whatever you want to do. A lot of people put cutting specifically right to fat loss, which obviously that's what it is, but fat loss can also be done over time as you are bulking and trying to put on muscle mass and weight. So that's why I'm making this video. It's about not losing muscle while you are losing body fat. So it applies to cutting, it applies to a clean bulk, and it applies to maintenance. Whenever you want to use it, here we go. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they're trying to lose body fat is they overdo cardio, which is resulting in them losing muscle mass. Now cardio obviously assists in fat loss, and long distance running actually puts you in the fat burning zone. But when you're going that long distance, you're actually burning muscle mass along with the fat. So the optimal way to burn fat while maintaining muscle or even building muscle is doing high intensity interval training. Two examples of high intensity interval training that are very effective and I love doing myself are Tabata and sprints. Now Tabata is a 4-minute circuit, 4 exercises, you repeat each one twice, you go 20 seconds on, 10-second rest, and then you are on to the next exercise. Tabata is known to burn a lot of calories faster. I like to do 4 sets of it, so 16 minutes. It's much quicker than doing long distance exercises, and also Tabata spikes your metabolism for the rest of the day, so you're burning calories even at rest after performing these high intensity interval circuits. I'll put a card up above to show you our Tabata video on our channel to give you an example of what it is. Now the greatest thing about Tabata is it is a full body workout if you make it one. So you can do body weight exercises as your cardio, and this is going to work on your endurance, your explosiveness, while you are burning a lot of calories in a short period of time. So a little trick to check if you are burning fat after your high intensity interval circuits is if you touch your stomach and it is cold, that is an indicator that you are burning fat. Now the rest of your body will feel hot, you'll be sweaty, your stomach will literally feel cold to touch, and that is a little tip to find out if you're in the fat burning zone. Now this cold feeling doesn't literally mean you're melting fat off your body immediately, but over time you will burn fat using these circuits, and you are going to be allowed to maintain your muscle because you are not burning it during these cardio workouts. That is very crucial. Long distance is going to waste your muscle, so do short intervals, and that is going to help you keep your muscle mass while you are burning calories and losing fat. A great thing about high intensity interval training also is that if you're not trying to lose weight, this will allow you over time to burn that fat while you can still put on weight. This cardio is literally made for your spiking metabolism to burn these calories throughout the day, so you're able to put in less time in your cardio, and it's going to help you burn fat over time instead of losing all that fat and muscle at the same time. So it's more of a process, yes, but it's going to be a much more effective result, and that's exactly what you are looking for. So to sum up cardio for losing body fat while maintaining muscle, do not do long distance. Yes, you will burn fat and probably lose weight doing that, but you will also be wasting away your muscle mass. So if you want to maintain your muscle mass or put on size while you are burning fat, intervals are optimal, specifically high intensity, because they will spike your metabolism for the rest of the day, so you're burning calories even at rest. It is much more time convenient. You're not spending as much time doing cardio, so you have time to focus on your other training focuses. And also, you're burning calories at a faster rate. So this is going to work on your explosiveness, your endurance, while also incorporating full body toning. So really work in your high intensity interval ranges. I love Tabata. You saw that card that was posted above earlier in the video. It is a great way to burn fat fast while maintaining your muscle mass. You can even do this if you're trying to put on weight, because if you do this over time, you'll be burning the fat while you can also put on size. And now we'll talk about the training aspect of losing body fat while maintaining muscle mass. A lot of people think you need to be doing higher reps to get more of a pump, or to be doing endurance style training to really focus on fat loss when you're doing your training. I completely disagree if you want to maintain your muscle. The reason being is if you're already burning fat and you're trying to put on size or maintain muscle mass, you're going to have to maintain that muscle. So my recommendation is follow a strength or a hypertrophy program when you are trying to lose fat. And that reason being is because when you are losing fat, you have the chance that you are going to be losing some size. So instead of just letting yourself lose that size by doing some higher reps or endurance training, focus on putting on more size by doing strength or hypertrophy, and that's going to allow you to build muscle while you're burning fat, so you're actually in the end going to look way more shredded. The more muscle you have, the more calories your body is naturally expending. So if you're able to up your muscle mass, you're actually going to be burning more fat naturally. So that makes sense to have a strength or hypertrophy program to put on size, because the whole concept behind putting on that size is your body is going to be working more, which means you're going to be burning more fat. So the more muscle you have, the more fat you're going to be able to burn, which means the more ripped you are going to look. If you are trying to lose weight while you are burning this fat, while you're trying to maintain muscle mass, you really have to be careful, because if you lose too much weight, you're going to be losing your strength, which in turn is going to lose your muscle mass. So the biggest thing about this is, even if you are trying to lose weight, even if you are trying to lose fat and you're not even caring about adding size, you still should be following a program. I would recommend probably 8 reps or even lower, hypertrophy in that 8 rep range, or strength 5 and below. The reason I am recommending that is because even if you do not want to add on size and just focus on fat loss, you'll be maintaining your strength and maintaining your size while you are burning that fat, so you will look more shredded. If you lose this muscle mass while you are trying to shred and burn fat, you are going to look much more scrawny, and you will not see that result you are actually looking for. So to sum up the training aspect of losing body fat without losing muscle, you want to be in a strength or hypertrophy program to maintain or even put on size while you're burning that fat, so in the end you look more shredded. More muscle mass, more fat loss. And also, whatever muscle mass you have originally, you look a lot bigger when you have lost body fat, regardless of your muscle size. So you will look bigger and you will be more shredded, just because you have a lower body fat percentage and you maintained or put on muscle size. Now on to the last major section of losing body fat without losing muscle is diet. Now, I'm not going to go crazy in depth on diet, mainly because if you're an average person and you're just trying to lose some body fat while maintaining muscle or putting on some size while burning that fat, then if you eat clean and do not overeat, you're going to stay relatively lean while you're able to add on that size. And that being said, I'm not saying it's a bad idea to count macros, it's a bad idea to count calories, but in general, for the average person, if you are eating overall clean and do not overeat, you're just going to be fueling your muscles and getting the nutrients you need for your training, and you're going to be burning a ton of calories with your cardio intervals and your training styles. So this means basically you're just putting on size while you are slimming down, so you're going to be burning that fat and making yourself look more lean, whether you actually are. I kept saying for the average person because this whole video is not for someone who's going to competition. It's for the main person who's just trying to lose some fat while maintaining their muscle mass or put on size. So don't confuse me for saying that it's not smart to log your calories or track your macros, because it certainly is great and it will certainly get you more optimal results. But this video is for the average person and a way to make it so it's easy just to lose that fat while having muscle. Now, if you are trying to lose weight, you are going to have to be in a calorie deficit, because the only way you are losing weight is if you're in a calorie deficit. So, if you're trying to maintain muscle mass while burning fat and losing some weight, I would recommend you be in around 200 to 300. That's all of a deficit. So whatever your maintenance is, minus 200 to 300 calories, there's your deficit. You are not at a drastic deficit, because if you are losing weight too fast, you will be losing muscle along with that weight, even though you are losing fat. So you really have to know your goals. And with only 200 to 300 calories at a deficit a day, you're going to be losing weight very slowly, yes. But because you're losing weight at a slow rate, you are able to maintain that muscle or even put on size over time as you are losing this weight slowly. So this is the most optimal way to keep your muscle, stay looking big, stay looking lean. I would not go over a 500 calorie deficit if you're trying to maintain your muscle, because that means overall you're probably going to be losing more than a pound a week, which is a relatively fast rate to be losing weight. So if you are doing that, you are probably going to be losing some muscle alongside that weight. So do not go over 500 calorie deficit if you are trying to maintain muscle. Water is extremely important when you're burning fat because it is fueling your muscles, it is hydrating your entire body, and is keeping you energized. If you are not hydrated when you are burning this many calories and losing this body fat, you will dehydrate your entire muscles, which is going to cause you weakness and which is going to cause you over time to be losing muscle. So you'll probably be cramping, you'll be sore, and you will just feel much more of a dry throat when you're exercising. No one wants that. You got to keep yourself hydrated. I drink a gallon every day. I actually drink one during my workout, so I drink more than a gallon a day. And it's I really find that one of the most essential parts of a diet, just your water consumption, because it's allowing me to keep some size, keep some bulk, while I'm also able to slim down. So if I need to lose weight fast for whatever reason, if I'm weighing in for a competition, I just water cut and it's off. It's not like I'm bloated. It's not like I'm holding on to all this water. It excretes because we are burning so much energy in our training. So it's really important you keep yourself hydrated. So I'm one of the people who are always hungry, therefore I am a big fan of small frequent meals. And the reason being, it keeps me much less tempted throughout the day, and it also keeps me feeling energized. So if you're one of those people who are always hungry, instead of 3 big meals, try to have some smaller meals throughout the day to keep you going, keep you always having some calories coming in, and this way it keeps you much less tempted to snack on some bad foods or whatever's at convenience, because you always have something in your stomach. Now, a major key when you are burning fat while maintaining or putting on muscle is do not over-restrict your carbs. If you over-restrict your carbs, you will be burning your energy away, which means you will not have as much strength during your workouts, which means you will not be able to put 100% in, so you're therefore going to result in muscle loss. And so if you really have to lose weight fast or lose fat faster, you can put out a little bit of a carb restriction, but if you over-restrict, like I said, you will be losing energy, you will feel more sluggish, and that's really going to affect your ability to put on size or maintain that muscle mass. You will lose fat, but it's going to slow down your metabolism unless you do a refeed day, which is like adding a higher carb day every 5th day. But I don't recommend doing a carb restriction, mainly because you don't really need it if you're the average person just trying to lose some fat and maintain your muscle. So to sum up the diet part of losing body fat while maintaining muscle is, water is essential. Do not go in a drastic calorie deficit or you're going to be losing weight too fast, which is going to result in muscle loss. Do not over-restrict your carbs or you're going to not have as much energy, which means you can't train as optimally, which means again, you're going to result in muscle loss. And also, I really, again, am a fan of small frequent meals. So if you're someone who's always hungry, I definitely would recommend that option for you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, make sure to subscribe for a lot more content coming soon. And like I said, this video is for the average person who is trying to lose body fat without losing muscle. This isn't for someone who's approaching a competition. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something. I hope you did. Share it, like it, comment. Peace.